Hello and welcome to the Made in DM podcast. This is episode 91, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. My name is Vi and it's Sunday again. And let me just preface this by saying that it's actually not been a busy week, but I don't have a whole lot to show for it because I spend a lot of time of my downtime reading instead of knitting or sewing, so you'll notice. So this might be a quick episode. Let's just get comfortable. Okay, this is better. So yeah, you might see me drinking this concoction. It's just all of my leftover berries in the freezer and a overripe banana and some milk blended together. So it's a bit thick because apparently I had more leftover fruit in the freezer than I thought I had. So in my mind it's just like, oh, I have some blueberries and strawberries and some stuff. I'll just chug it all in, and turns out there's more than I thought. Yeah, I know. It's November and I'm drinking something cold, but it's what I fancied, and really being an adult means you get to choose your own meals and everything. So let's get into the little things I've actually done this week. I know I preface this by saying I haven't done a whole lot of knitting. I have 2 FOs. They're small ones. The first FO I have is also the first thing I finished, which is a Korra hat, and it's by WoollyWormhead, and it's a really interesting construction. You knit words. It's a really interesting construction. You knit it sideways, so from here out, and you do a lot of short row shaping, and you're never working with more than one colour at a time. And there's a whole schematic for how you get the length of these different leaves, or I don't know what they're supposed to be. But it's really fun to knit. Took me, well, I did a lot of reading, so it took me 2 days. It took me parts of last Sunday and then Monday evening. And yeah, the yarn is, the funny thing is, I wore it Tuesday morning and then decided, well, I think it's been around 5 degrees every morning this week, at least when I went off to work. And so I haven't really felt like it was cold enough for me to need a hat, even though it was when I decided to knit this. I should say that I wear really big headphones when I commute, both in the morning and the afternoons. So that might be a reason for it, because they do cover my ears. But yeah, the grey here is both of the yarns are La Bien-Aimée Merino Decay, and they are leftovers from my Comfort Fade Karie kit. You might remember that I have 2 kits, or I bought 2 kits, and I used this combination for the one I actually knit. You know what? I'm saying to you, you might remember, up until I said that, I had forgotten that I had an extra kit lying around. Maybe I should do something with it. Anyway, the grey colour here is Cassiopeia, and the golden yellow colour is Yellow Brick Road or Yellow Brick Lane. it has to be Yellow Brick Red. It has to be the Wizard of Oz reference. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that's one FO. This is obviously for me because I found out that all of the things I pulled out to wear for my winter accessories were different colours, but they had the same golden tone to them. And seeing as my winter jacket is a black wool with, well, with different embroideries on it, I figured I should go with the golden feel throughout to sort of tie everything together. That, and I do love this colour. So yeah, I needed a new hat because the one I had picked out didn't have any golden colours in it. The other one hasn't been washed, so the ends are still hanging loose. Well, not loose, they have been woven in, but they have not been clipped yet. I don't do that until after I wash things, just to make sure that nothing pokes through. The second FO is this. It's the Bonbon Mittens by TinCanKnits. And I think I mentioned it last week, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. But that Kirsten got the other pair I knit for myself and used to wear, and that she unfortunately lost one, so I offered to make her a new pair. And in the pattern the cables go the same way on both mittens. I've chosen not to do that. I've chosen to mirror them so they go either way. And the yarn, which the colour is more accurate back here, is the same as I used for her hat I knit her, and I don't remember the name of the hat. But I forgot how well these fit. I did modify these a bit. The rib, I knit the medium size. I knit the medium size and I knit the cuff longer. I knit the hand up to the thumb hole. The hand up to the thumb hole is the length of the large size. The length up to the top is a bit longer than the medium size. So it's a hybrid, but it does fit nicely. Yeah, might have to knit myself another pair. We'll get back to that. The yarn is Drop Snippet. And it's the lovely colorway name 6790, and it's an alpaca wool blend. Yeah, this took 83 grams, and I do have one more skein left, so I'll have to see about using that for something. I don't know what. It does have a bit of a prickle factor. I think it's just the alpaca that I'm reacting to. Well, not reacting, but that I'm feeling. And well, she wears the hat and has no complaints, and actually mentioned that she'd like the mittens to be the same color as her hat. So I'm thinking she's fine with the hat. The prickle factor, if I remember correctly, does go away with washing, so there is that. But yeah, 2 FOs. Small ones, but yeah. Knit knitting wise, I'll just take all of this off. Knitting wise, I've only worked on one other thing, but I've made a fair amount of progress, I'd say. The thing I've been working on, and which could actually soon be done, is this. It's the Vinterskov. Oh, look at that. By Karie Westermann, who unfortunately has been sick and didn't get to go to Yarnporium as she was supposed to. But yeah, as you can see, I'm working on the yoke now, and the colorway is not completely done. It has some snowflakes going up, so there's still a bit to do. Just gonna stand up. I've shortened the sleeves, like I mentioned last time, and that means that I might have a skein of this yarn left over. The yarns I'm using, sorry about that, are Hjelholt Uldspinderi's Håndværksgarn. So color 22, which is just this mustardy yellow color, which is behind you. I have the view of my garden, which also means I have the view of my hedges, and they are mostly this color with some darker and some more green. So in my head I can't help but thinking that right now is the prime time for me to finish this and get an FO shot in front of the hedges, looking like I blend in. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, it's just... and the other one, which isn't as brightly white as that, it's more like this, is just a white. I think it might be colorway 1. I don't know. It's white. And the color work just... I mean, this yarn loves color work. Just look at that. And I keep thinking, oh, it's too big and everything, and it's oversized. It's supposed to be too big. I think I mentioned last time how Karie's been, how she makes a note in the pattern, which is really well written, by the way. Unless you want hand holding all the way through, then I think you'll find it lacking a bit. But I like a simple pattern. And by simple I don't mean that it's that the pattern itself is simple. It can be something complicated, but I like a pattern I can look at and know where I am, so it doesn't have every line written out like some patterns can tend to do. I do like some explanation. Thank you very much, Isa, looking at you, and the right explanations. But yeah, I don't need to know how many rows I have to knit to, if I have the measurement instead. So yeah. But wouldn't it be fun if I had a leftover skein of this and made it into the bonbon mitts? I could wear this as an overlay and have mittens that match, and okay, it might look strange with 3/4 length sleeves and mittens, but you know, it's a free world. The idea is fun. The photos could be fun. The reality of it might be a little more puzzling to the models. But yeah, as you can see, I'm so close to done. I am on row 19 of a 37 row diagram, and I have I have one page of the pattern printed out, and it's actually page 3, and page 3 ends with "and wear with joy." So that tells you something about this. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. I am practically done. Another 20 or so, 20, 25, 30 rows. 30 rows. And I'm done. That's doable. I mean, I've done more than that already, and the rows keep getting shorter. Not every row, but you know, there are some decreased rows going in, and yeah, it'll be so fun to wear. And I do love that I'm going to be twinning with Karie, because she chose such great colours. So yeah, that's all of my knitting, which does allude to me having done something else. Stay. And I have been doing something else. Not a whole lot. Put it over here. I have been doing a bit of sewing, and this is on my Anna dress. Anna is by ByHandLondon, and I am doing French seams, which is why I have seams on both sides right now. This is the skirt part. These 3 panels here are the front skirt part, and this is one side back. Another side back needs to be attached here. I have put in pockets. Right now what I've done is, this is actually, what I'm showing you here is the front. And you might notice that I have a seam here. That's because I'm doing French seams and I'm only halfway through on this seam, so I need to turn it inside out. And press it so I get clear edges, and then sew it again so that the seam is encased, or not the seam, but you know, the raw edges, that's the words. Raw edges are concealed within the seam. And that, as well as just not having worked on it, it's why it's taking me a bit to actually sew this. I'm not going to hem it. It's going to be this length with this selvage edge used at the bottom. I find that even though you can sort of see the ends of the seams poking down a bit, it doesn't really bother me, and it doesn't really detract from the look. And that when not being shown close up, you don't actually see it. So yeah, I will have to wear something underneath this because it is very see-through, but I do have some I'm so lacking all the words today. I do have a dress to wear underneath. Why am I missing the word unakjol? I have a slip to wear underneath this, so that'll be no problem. Don't know if the sheen is coming through, but it does have this lovely satiny sheen. Another reason why it's a bit hard to figure out, or it takes me a bit longer to sew this, is that the skirt panels look very much the same, but they're not. And I didn't mark the skirt panels when I originally cut them out. So yeah, had a lot of fun figuring that out. And I'm not completely sure that I used the right, that the front side and the back side aren't switch around, but I figured that won't matter. It shouldn't matter. So yeah, it'll be nice when it's done. Whenever that is. I do have a plan of maybe wearing this for the Christmas work party, which means I would have to be done by the end of the month because it's on the 30th. But really there's not a lot I need to do. What I need to do is finish this seam, put in the other back, attach it to the bodice, and sew in the zipper at the back, and sew the back seam below the zipper. So really it's not a whole lot, it just needs doing. Yeah, but it's doable. And I do have other options, so it's not like if that doesn't happen I'll be at a loss for what to wear. I have other options. Anyway, that is everything. I think I'll go back to my Vinterskov and work some more on that. Because I think it's the weather, it's the colours, it's everything. I want to get it done with so I can wear it. Even though it's too hot and should be used as an outer layer probably at the moment. But yeah. So with that, I'll leave you for another week and you shall see whether I actually do some crafting the coming week or it'll be back to reading. This weather does really promote snuggling up with a book and something hot to drink. So that's what's been tempting me, at least. Let's see. No, that's not next week. Yeah, I have no plans for the coming week. I hope you have a great week. So I'll see you next time. Bye.